U.S. military has recently conducted a first-of-its-kind training exercise in the Persian Gulf, which included U.S. Air Force AC-130W Stinger II gunship, U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol planes, and Cyclone-class patrol boats. The idea is to use these three assets to defeat swarms of small boats like the ones that Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps deploy in a significant number. The exercise comes at a time when tension between the U.S. and Iran has peaked again, following the attack by Iranian-backed militias that killed 2 U.S. troops and a British service member. As per reports, the exercise took place between March 8th and 9th, 2020, though it was revealed only on March 15th. It's not clear how many AC-130Ws, P-8As, and Cyclones took part in total, but video and images Naval Forces Central Command, or NAVCENT, subsequently released, show at least 1 Stinger II gunship and 3 of the patrol boats, including the USS Monsoon. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how U.S. military plans to defeat threats of Iranian small boats in the Strait of Hormuz. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. The Strait of Hormuz is a strait between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. It provides the only sea passage from the Persian Gulf to open ocean. It's one of the world's most strategically important choke points. On the north coast lies Iran, and on the south coast the United Arab Emirates and Musandam, an exclave of Oman. At its narrowest, the strait has a width of only 21 nautical miles, or 39 kilometers. Around 33% of the world's liquefied gas and almost 20% of total global oil production passes through the strait, making it one of the most important sea routes. Because of its narrow width, it's kind of a choke point. Small missile boats and fast attack vessels that can maneuver easily in these waters can be used to harass large warships as well as commercial vessels. Iran is invested in these kinds of small vessels and has developed strategies to deploy them effectively in the strait. In a September 11, 2008 report, the Washington Institute for the Near East Policy said that in the 2 decades since the Iraqi-imposed war on Iran, the IRGC has excelled in naval capabilities and is able to wage unique asymmetric warfare against larger naval forces. In December last year, the U.S. Navy has confirmed that multiple small Iranian boats ran alongside the Nimitz-class supercarrier, USS Abraham Lincoln, and other ships from her strike group as she sailed through the Strait of Hormuz into the Gulf of Oman. Though U.S. Navy had rejected reports that any of the Iranian craft harassed or otherwise acted provocatively toward the carrier, it's clear that asymmetric threats are a cause of concern for the large surface warships. The point here is that these small boats are relatively cheap and can potentially cause damage to valuable surface combatants of the U.S. Navy, especially when acting as a swarm. The Cyclone-class patrol boats are a class of United States Navy coastal patrol boats. Most of these ships were launched between 1992 and 1994. The primary mission of these ships is coastal patrol and interdiction surveillance, an important aspect of littoral operations outlined in the U.S. Navy's strategy, Forward from the Sea. These ships also provide full mission support for U.S. Navy SEALs and other special operations forces. The vessels of this class are 179 feet or 55 meters in length and have a displacement of around 330 tons. These are armed with a variety of weapons. Each one is armed with two 25mm automatic cannons and a mixture of smaller machine guns and automatic grenade launchers. These patrol boats also now have two 4-round launchers capable of firing AGM-176 Griffins, which is a small precision-guided missile capable of hitting moving targets. The U.S. has 14 of these in active service. The P-8 Poseidon is developed by Boeing, and it's modified from the 737-800ERX. It's capable of anti-submarine warfare (ASW), anti-surface warfare (ASUW), and shipping interdiction. It also has early warning self-protection (EWSP) ability. Powered by two CF-M56 7B27A turbofans that are capable of generating 121 kilonewtons of thrust, it's able to reach a maximum speed of 490 knots or 907 kilometers per hour. It has a combat radius of 1,200 nautical miles or 2,222 kilometers that enables it to cover large swaths of ocean. The P-8 is equipped with radar, optical and sonar sensors to detect submarines and surface ships. The P-8 features the Raytheon APY-10 multi-mission surface search radar. P-8 is also able to drop and monitor sonobuoys, which are basically expendable sonar systems. P-8A is the American variant, and the U.S. has received delivery of more than 90 of these, with approximately an additional 30 on order. The Lockheed AC-130 gunship is a heavily armed, long-endurance, ground attack variant of the C-130 Hercules transport fixed-wing aircraft. It carries a wide array of ground attack weapons that are integrated with sophisticated sensors, navigation, and fire control systems. The gunship's array of different sensors includes two different turrets equipped with both electro-optical and infrared video cameras that enables it to spot and engage targets day or night, as well as in bad weather. The AC-130W has 30mm automatic cannon and 105mm howitzer, as well as the ability to employ various precision-guided bombs and missiles, including Griffins. The large profile enables it to carry a lot of ammunition, which is suitable when it has to deal with a large number of targets like a swarm of small boats. The idea is to make Cyclone-class patrol boats, P-8A Poseidon and AC-130W gunships work together in a coordinated manner. U.S. Navy Captain Peter Mirasola, head of Destroyer Squadron 50 and also presently commander of Combined Task Force 55, NAVCENT's main surface warfare task force, said in a statement, "Our surface forces, integrating with aircraft that have the firepower of an AC-130, brings a capability to the joint force that profoundly enhances our lethality in the maritime environment. The addition of the gunship to the joint maritime battle significantly enhances our ability to detect, track, engage, and defeat surface threats in order to control water space in the Arabian Gulf." As per reports, during the exercise, at least one P-8A performed long-range maritime surveillance mission, and the Cyclones patrolled the sea. The P-8A and Cyclones then directed the AC-130W to strike a number of mock targets. Iran's best chance against the U.S. military assets, like an American carrier group, is asymmetric warfare, since traditional bombing attempt with its out-of-date air force will not be suitable. A potential asymmetric attack could include the use of the missile-laden speedboats in the constrained space. While the threat that small boats pose to major warships has been apparent for some time, the Pentagon's Millennium Challenge 2002 exercise brought the issue to mainstream attention. In that controversial exercise, small fast boats carrying suicide payloads inflicted heavy damage on U.S. naval forces. Hence, the U.S. Navy is upgrading its strategy as well as operational tactics to counter these kind of attacks. This exercise is especially aimed to thwart the Iranian attempts to use small boats to inflict damage on American warships.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.